man down.
What is this?
These haters can't hold me back. These haters can't hold me back.
Was that Rick Ross?
Can't hold me back.
Ricky Rose.
Ricky Rose.
Yeah.
That's Rick Ross. We're Can't Tell Us Nothing. This is the Can't Tell Us Nothing show, everybody. Can't Tell Us Nothing, an improv group out of Houston, Texas. He's DJ Comfy on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
Had to get it in there.
Bass drop.
Had to get it in there.
Bass drop air horn. That needs to be a new thing. Bass drop. Just to notify everybody. In case they didn't know that the bass drop.
Yeah, just in case you know.
In case you know the bass drop, or that you're listening to the Can't Tell Us Nothing show, an improv group out of Houston, Texas, taking opinion discussions and topics and turning that into improv scenes right on the spot. That we just make them up. There's going to be characters. It's going to be a plot. The story is going to be amazing. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be a lot of fun. But to fuel and inspire these scenes, we chat. We talk about what's going on. If someone has something on their mind, this is the place to get it out. If you're watching this live on YouTube or Facebook, leave comments, say hi, tell us what's going on in your world. That all of that helps keep things lively and fun, in my opinion. John, Amici, Tandy, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Yeah, good.
I like to address you all like that, so you answer at the same time. It just it makes it real easy to understand.
When we were individually answering, it was a problem.
Nope. I'll go back to that at some point.
You just like changing up.
I like it. I like that though. I feel like we've got our eye on the street. You're like checking in, like we're reporters. We can that's how I feel when you do it that way.
You gotta have the delay. Tandy here.
You would think they would have had better technology.
Where is that tech?
Yeah.
We have that now for sure.
For sure. We should not see that. We shouldn't see that again. Yeah.
Oh man. I'm telling you, this pandemic has really shown us who's got great sound, computers, etc. Like, these really important people from these great think tanks have some real spotty Wi-Fi. They got some real spotty, all kinds of stuff. It's like I'm talking to the Senate representative from state of West, and when people come, because that's it. Everybody knows that. What do they know? And then they used to stop and kind of like smooth it out. Now they just let you go on. They don't even stop you anymore until they like completely lose you, and then they might stop. But now they'll just let that play out. I was like, turn that off.
See, I would, as soon as they start skipping, I would have just hit the button, boom, like a radio host. Next caller, next guy, send somebody.
Give me another senator. Better Wi-Fi.
All that taxpayer money, you can't do nothing with the Wi-Fi, sir. And I also, I don't know if you ever seen those verses, those hip hop verses, but I'm always nervous because like one bad signal on your best song could just destroy your whole versus challenge.
So you mean like Ludacris versus Nelly, like those things?
Oh my God, Nelly got blown out the water because of his service. Like his service was so bad, man. And Teddy Riley the same way.
Oh yeah.
People didn't even really get to enjoy New Jack Swing because of his service, man.
I bet you Xfinity, AT&T, all them people getting letters from people they never got before. They probably like superstar letters. Oh, we got a letter. We got a letter from Gucci Mane, man. Turn that up. Yeah. Tighten up your service.
Tighten your service up, man. This is from Gucci Mane.
They're so excited. They're like auctioning those letters off. Who wants the complaint letter from?
Frame it up.
Who do you think would have the funniest complaint letter
about their service? Like,
who would you want to see, like, out of everybody? Who do you think would have the most interesting one? That comes to mind, and I know this is a think question.
Ooh.
Yeah, my mind immediately goes to some of the artists, so I'm curious if they can even write. So I was like, no, this is probably not the most entertaining. It's probably the most confusing. Like, oh man, who's the dude who made Panda? Panda.
Oh,
What was his name?
Designer.
Designer. Yeah, like if he wrote a letter, I don't know what it would look like.
Is that because you haven't heard him speak, or you just don't think he can write? Like, are you judging?
Is that an indictment on his bars?
Like, what's going on? Man?
I can barely understand his bars. I can barely understand the little I've heard him say. And he just has a look like someone who would not know how to write a letter to an internet company. Designer, if you're listening, feel free to come on, prove me wrong, write a letter around the show. I will eat that crow.
Yeah,
open it up. I would like to see one from somebody like super powerful, like Jeff Bezos or something.
He can make his own internet company. Recent news, he stepped down as CEO for Amazon.
Yeah,
moving into a different role.
He just won. He's just moving on to another game. That's it.
Another game of life. So.
Yeah, you don't hear too many like people transition out, especially today, like on their own terms. So either one, he's about to do like Lil Wayne, and maybe there's something we don't know that was going to force him to leave, or maybe he was just like, I'm done. Like I was going to be the richest man for a while. What do you do when you're the richest man? You quit your job, I guess.
There you
go. Well, he doesn't. Well, he's transitioned his job. He's the chairman now, but more power to him. 30 years. It's time for somebody else. What's up, Nick Wedlow? Nick Wedlow in the comments. I used to play football with Nick, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. What's up, Nick? Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, Nick. Lots of attention on Nick.
Yeah, man. Nick was my dude, man. And he actually had bars. I don't know if you remember Nick. Nick used to freestyle. There was a couple guys on the team that were freestyle. And he was from Georgia. And, a lot of the Georgia guys would defend their bars against the northern guys, and Nick was one of them cats that would spit a couple of rhymes.
But he fought for the South? Is that what you say?
Yeah, he fought for the South in the Civil Rap War.
The Civil Rap War.
Well, really, the first Civil Rap War was East and West Coast.
For sure. East versus West. So weird.
Thanks for tapping in, Nick, man.
Yeah.
I always got love for you, man.
He says good times.
Yeah.
But on the Bezos thing, I think what's interesting is a lot of times people's common folk, like, I don't know if like us, I'll say like us, will often say, oh man, if I had that much money, retire, vacation for the rest of my life, travel, right? But a lot of the wealthy people out there still work. Like they just keep working.
Yeah.
Because you don't get to be wealthy probably by being lazy or looking forward to vacations. Like, oh man, woo, I can't wait to get out of this. Maybe they're constantly like just coming up with new ideas, new things, challenging themselves. Whereas
the type of person who gets to that level isn't looking to coast. They just they're looking to keep the train going.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Those are different people. Well, I would say this: they make a lot of different choices. That's what I would say. Those people are prone to making choices along with like conscientious choices, But yeah, power to him, man. To me, I'm looking for, I want to see the first black Jeff Bezos type, black dude that got more money than everybody. And he decides to like step down, or he decides to keep going. Like, I want to see that. We've seen a lot of rich, other people in the world, and it's the same old story. They just, stay rich, pass the money down to everybody else, But
you don't think there's something that like they wanted to do that they never got a chance to do? Like, do you really think that they fulfill all of their wishes? Like, you don't think there's some class Jeff Bezos wants to take that he never took?
I'm sure he does. I'm sure. He doesn't look like he knows a lot of stuff. He doesn't look like he looks like he knows exactly what he wanted to know. But like if you look at the way he changed, he clearly now knows a lot more about fashion than he did 10 years ago.
Because he wears the Patagonia thing?
Yeah.
The bubble vest.
The bubble vest.
Yeah, no, Tandy, I hear you. Maybe I like to think that maybe he, because of his status, he cannot now, like, for example, take a community college class, right? Like, it's not that he wants to learn a specific thing; it's that he wants the community college class experience, and it would not make. He could not have it because he's Jeff Bezos. He couldn't just be in the classroom.
It depends on where he goes, because he could sit next to me, and I'd be like, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be like, oh my, like as soon as he walked in the room, I wouldn't know. But that's me. But I mean, I know there are a lot of people who recognize him. But there's probably a place he could go where people just don't know. And he could probably get by a few weeks, and then he'd get tired and let somebody know he's Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, if he went to the other parts of towns that he doesn't frequent.
There you go.
Like if you came on the, like where I'm from, where I grew up, if he came on the west side of Dayton, well, I take it back. Dayton people would point him out and know who he is. But there's some places I've been in Houston where he could be walking down the street with his security team, and they wouldn't even know who or what. To think about that. So, and Nick says money can't buy happiness, man. I agree, man.
Very true. And why not?
I know.
Why not? Why not? I mean, it's
purchasable.
Happiness, though, you can buy pleasure, you can buy your desires, but happiness is like a choice. You know what I mean? It's like you could choose to be happy and then go buy some, spend some money. But I can't say like you could be happy. Temporary happiness. Yeah, I would say pleasure. Pleasure doesn't last forever, But
maybe he's stepping down so that he can commodify happiness. So he can like figure out how to package it, how to whatever to it, and then sell it, and it can be true happiness. Maybe that's his next challenge, because he's got all the money in the world. So I don't know. Is he happy? I haven't heard him in any interviews talk about his. I haven't heard him in any interviews. I'm gonna stop right there. I'll be done. I don't even have to say. I've never heard him interview. I don't know what he sounds like.
I'd say this: he sounds exactly like you would think when you look at him. Like when you hear his voice, you're like, yeah, that's nothing surprising there.
I'm gonna tell you what I think when I look. I think Harry Shearer. I can hear his voice sounding like Harry Shearer from Simpsons. This is Spinal Tap. Oh gosh.
Oh,
who does he play on The Simpsons?
Huh?
Who does he play on?
Oh gosh, who does he voice?
Mr. Burns.
Does he voice Mr. Burns? This is terrible.
One of them.
I'll find out. Don't keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
Well, before you do, we cut to a conference room. All right, I called you three in here because we are investigating, learning more from some of the individual contributors at Amazon. You see, Jeff has, or Mr. Bezos to you, has decided to go for a new moonshot, if you will. He's looking to commodify happiness. Now, a man as rich as he is actually finds happiness fleeting. And so we've been doing some surveys, we've been asking around, and you three have been voted the happiest people at Amazon. And so I just need to know, what is it? What are you doing that makes you so happy, and how can we use it to make money off the rest of the world? So I'll just go around to you. I'll go to you, Amici, first. Just tell me what's your secret. I'll be taking notes, asking a few follow-up questions.
Okay, what makes me happy? I have a Dr. Pepper for lunch every day. That is just the highlight of my day. It puts a smile on my face, makes my heart feel warm, and I'm just feeling real good until the next day at lunch.
Do you eat anything else for lunch?
Nope, just Dr. Pepper. That's it. I'm too happy and excited, so I can't eat anything else.
What happens if you forget Dr. Pepper or they're out in the machine?
Oh, then I get really, really upset, really angry, and you don't want it to happen. So make sure there's always Dr. Pepper in this building.
Okay, it's a little threatening. Take a note of that, Dr. Pepper carbonated beverages. How about to you, John?
Oh, I thought you were going to go to Tandy. Well, what makes me happy is even though I hate this job, I get to ride the bus every day and see how beautiful the people are on the street who aren't working. And a little piece of me, I take that little piece of me when I go into the building and I imagine myself on the streets, happy, dancing, drinking coffee, maybe playing with my kids. I just tuck it up right here, and it allows me to stay very pleasant at the work.
Do you ever actually play with your kids and enjoy that coffee that you imagine?
Oh no, when I get home around 12 a.m., the kids have been asleep for about 6 hours, and coffee is cold that my wife bought me, and no one's on the street around that time, and I got mugged one time trying to do it at night. So I just dream about it.
You guys are the happiest people at Amazon. Okay.
This is the greatest company in the world, man. I'm going down in history. I'm going to have this carved on my grave.
You know what? I'm realizing something. I don't have your profiles here. I don't have your profiles. What is it you do at Amazon?
I work in customer engagement. I make sure the customers are happy.
It's an important job. It's an important job. Thank you for that. Tandy, sorry. Go ahead. What do you do that makes you so happy?
Oh, thank you so much for asking. On my profile, I guess you didn't know that I work in shipping. So part of my responsibility is attaching the Amazon tape to the bottom of the package, and just to make sure that the box stays sealed. When I'm mainly in boxes, not those flimsy paper, the plastic things. Oh, those are terrible. Everything should be mailed in a box. But anyway, I digress. I think so. What makes me so happy is since it is my responsibility to apply that tape, I like to lick the tape before I attach it to a box, and that way I know that everybody who gets a package has handled my DNA. It's kind of a way to spread myself all over the United States and the world, really, since we ship to so many other places. But yeah,
Tandy, there's a pandemic going on. You cannot lick packages as they go out into the world. This is a health code violation or something.
Oh no, come on now. I mean, we're all handling those packages and fulfilling everything. What's one lick? I mean, it was a little difficult when I was out. I mean, I'm sorry, I was sick, and I still came in because I don't wanna not lick that package. And yeah, my saliva was a bit dry. I had a lot of coughing, had a fever, but it didn't matter. I was dedicated to licking that package, and that just makes me happy, just knowing that a little bit of my DNA is on that tape. And when people cut open that box, it's like,
and scene. It's like,